Larry Chen here. I just wanted to show you my forever Japan car. This is something that I was super excited about because I got my R34 restored, as you guys saw, and I exported it from Japan to the US. Now it's in the US. Unfortunately, I don't have a Japan car, and I come here to shoot so often. There's so many incredible car culture stories here. So I figured I need a daily driver when I'm here. And why not get something that I've always wanted? Growing up in Southern California and being around Honda culture, I always wanted a Honda. And in my eyes, the Integra was the top. They were pretty limited production in the US. It was the peak in terms of like a front wheel drive car. This one that I was able to get in Japan from Top Rank is an absolute cream puff. I mean, it's so stock. I cannot tell you how stock it is. It is very well taken care of. It had higher kilometers, but it's still in incredible condition. And since I've purchased it, I've put 2,500 kilometers on it, driving all over Japan, going down south, going all the way up north to Fukushima. I'm going to show you guys inside and out all the little things about this particular car, and I'll fill you guys in on what the Honda Integra Type RX is. I had a chance to drive a couple of these, so I knew they were really fun to drive. My buddy Chris Marion built one that got turned into a Hot Wheels. So that was the first one I ever had a chance to enjoy. The VTEC, the sound, the way it handled, the way it looked. I loved everything about this car. So when I saw this one go up for sale on Top Rank's website, I reached out to them and I bought it right away. All said and done, after everything, this came out to about $30,000. And I'll show you guys why it's worth that much. We'll start off on the outside. This is a 2005 model year, which means this is a Type RX. This is the final send-off for the DC2. This is in such incredible condition, as you guys can see from the outside. The paint is so clean. I cannot believe the condition it's in. When they sent me the inspection pictures, I looked at it inside and out, underneath it. There is no rust at all anywhere on this car. When I say stock, it has the stock wheels, it has the stock exhaust, which I feel like is something that people would change right away when they get this car. And you can see it's in really incredible condition. I don't know if any of those things have been replaced. From what I can tell, it was just garaged and it was kept really well. The paint has such good shine. There's really not any fading except for just this rubber trim. This side and the other side, it really is the only sign of wear from the outside. And maybe there's a couple little touch-up paint spots. I think the thing that I really need to probably fix first would be the wheels. The wheels need to be refinished because they are pretty damaged, curb rashed, and the paint's kind of chipping off. But it goes to show that this was driven, and it was driven hard. When I picked it up, it had 137,000 some odd kilometers. And now as we're dropping it off at Top Rank tomorrow, it's going to have 140,000 kilometers. So I've put quite a few kilometers on it all over Japan, and it's been such an incredible and enjoyable car to drive. So what makes the Type RX special? It has everything from the 1998 revision, which means it's 5 lug. It has 16-inch wheels with bigger disc brakes actually from the Honda CR-V. Honda fitted a higher final drive ratio for the transmission. Besides that, it's pretty much identical on the outside. Most of the changes are on the interior and a couple things that you can't see. The special thing about this hood is that there's two positions. One for when you just want the hood up, and then one for when you really need a lot more space. You can put the hood even in a higher position so it's standing pretty much straight up. I'm not gonna do that because it's a little windy right now, so I do not want the hood to fall down. But this is the B18 C5. This is the later variant of the B18. It makes 197 horsepower and 131 foot-pounds of torque. For the 1998 upgrade, Honda put a 4-to-1 exhaust manifold. And from what I've heard and what I've researched, the RX has a little bit of a hotter cam. So the peak torque comes in at 6,200 RPM versus 7,500 RPM. It does have an 8,600 RPM redline, which is absolutely insane. It sounds so good when it's up there. This, I feel like, is the second thing that is so rare about this car. The fact that it has a stock airbox. Most of these have an intake and exhaust pretty much from the first week of ownership. It is so crazy that it's untouched. You can see it has some fake carbon fiber on the valve cover, which is also seen inside of the cabin. I calculated the miles per gallon. It's actually getting almost 27 miles per gallon with my heavy foot and hitting VTEC all the time. So if I babied it, I'm sure I can get up to 30 miles per gallon. It's interesting, back when these cars were really heavily modified in the US, a lot of people changed the US DM front end to the JDM front end. And now, because so many of them were changed and so many of the US models were destroyed with those 4 headlights, it's actually worth more for it to be the original USDM model. And now people are starting to change them back. In my opinion, I really, really like the JDM front end, and especially because of the fact that this is so much more functional. This has HIDs, and I cannot tell you how well they work at night. It's so nice to be able to drive a car that has really bright headlights. I also love the fact that it has these yellow fog lights. I think that really adds to the look of the car. Anytime I'm taking pictures next to any cherry trees or any night scene, I like to turn on just the fog lights. I think it looks awesome. It does have some running lights here on the high beam side, which also adds to the look of the car. It is completely stock, so it's on the stock suspension setup, which apparently Honda stiffened up also for the RX. The back is absolutely iconic. I love the Integra print here that's embedded into the bumper. I think the wing is probably my favorite part of this car. It just adds to it so much versus the normal Integra. This also came in Phoenix yellow, but you gotta just love the championship white. It is so iconic, and it is very, very Honda. I love driving my 996 Turbo, but after a few weeks, the battery always goes dead. When it needed a jump start using the lead acid battery, I had to pop off the cover for the keyhole, open the door with a key, pop off the fuse cover, plug in the jump starter to the vehicle to open the front, take off the cover for the battery, then jump start the car. I can skip all of that with built-in wireless jump start. All I have to do is press this button on my anti-gravity key fob, and then I'm off enjoying my car. So let's talk about the interior. The Type RX came with really cool CD player. It's like an upgraded unit. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys here. All right, we're in the car right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and start it. Got the ETC card going. AC works really well. Heater also works pretty much every single thing works on this car. There's not one thing that doesn't work. This came with the stock Gathers radio that comes with the Type RX model. It is a 6-speaker system. It's a CD player, but it's so cool that the stock Honda radio is still here. There is a cup holder, which is super useful. Surprisingly, it fits pretty much most of the drinks that you can get at the convenience store here, as long as it's not oversized. It has the very iconic Honda titanium shift knob that came with the Integra Type R initially. The shifting is super precise for it being a stock transmission. It's so much fun to roll through the gears. I do have to say, sometimes it is very hard to get into reverse because I guess there's no synchros. So you have to double clutch, or you have to just move forward just a little bit in first gear to get it into reverse. The gearing is so short. When I'm on the highway, I'm always floating in between 4,500 and 5,500 RPM, especially when you're doing really long road trips. It is so loud because for the Type RX model, they put even less sound deadening. There's so many different rumors online about the Type RX. I've heard that the glass is thinner. I don't know. There's just so many things out there. I do know that in total, with the 4-door and 2-door worldwide, they sold just under 30,000 Type Rs. They stopped production in 2001. They sold one DC2 Type R in 2002, and that was to Mugen. A couple other things that's special about the Type RX. It has this fake blue carbon fiber trim all around the car. It has this special badge that tells you what number Type R it is. It also has a couple little creature comforts like folding electronic mirrors. The Type RX also came with tinted windows in the back stock, as well as a tinted back glass hatch. The clock is different. I guess it's amber. I don't know what other color it would be if it was a non-Type RX. One thing that I don't have is the keyless entry key fob. For whatever reason, this didn't come with it, so I'm gonna try to get that fixed. I'm gonna try to get that from Honda. One of my favorite things about this car is the stock Recaro seats. They're so comfortable and they give you so much bolstering here. I'm not moving around in this thing at all, even when I took this to the track. The rear seats look like they've never been sat in at all. They're super clean, and there's actually surprisingly enough room for 2 more adults back there. My kids spent a lot of time back there and they were super comfortable and they fell asleep all the time. So this car, being as buzzy as it is, puts kids to sleep. One thing that was really surprising to me was how much room there was in the trunk. This came with this nice little privacy cover that I've been using as a table to put camera gear on while I'm changing lenses and stuff. But to fit more room, what I had to do was I had to take off this strut tower bar. This one, I don't know if it's a stock Honda one. It does say Honda on it, but I took it off and I left it at top rank because I parked the car there and I figured, you know what, I'm gonna be driving around so much. I need as much room as I can. So I took that off and I just left it there. It does have this other bar in the trunk here that I guess ties the rear end together. I was able to fit so much luggage in here. In fact, there was one point where I had to take this privacy cover off and I just kind of laid it on top of all the luggage because of how much stuff we had. Really looks like it wasn't used hard at all in any way. It even has the stock donut and it has the tools, just all the little things that come with the car, which just goes to show that the previous owner really took care of this. So let's talk about how it drives. Oh my God, is it fun. Every time I have a chance to hit VTEC, I hit VTEC, especially going through the ETC toll gates. You have to slow down just enough to make sure it reads your ETC card. It charges you the toll and you have to get back to highway speed to merge in with traffic. This being such a short gear ratio, second gear is so nice to make a pull. When the VTEC kicks in at about 5,800 RPM, the car changes attitude completely. I cannot believe that Honda sold a car back then that was this loud. It sounds so good. It honestly is so weird. I've never had a VTEC car. I've never had a Honda. This is my first Honda. It's like turbo lag, but it's NA, if that makes sense. It hits so hard, especially in first and second gear. When it was raining outside, when I floored it in second, when the VTEC kicked in, it would actually start slipping because it would just make so much more power. In third gear, it's a little less noticeable. It's more of an audible change. You can just tell that it's making more power and it's pulling all the way to red line. The only other thing that's really wrong with the car is the fact that I think the bushings need to be changed, because it is a 25-year-old car now, and I think a lot of the stock bushings are just pretty worn, so you can hear them creaking, and I could just feel that there's a lot more movement when I'm coming to a stop or when I'm going up a driveway. It's so nice for this to have stock height also. No matter where I go, if I'm parking in like a vending machine type parking lot, or if I'm just parking in one of those parking lots where it actually traps you in when you roll over this bump, it's easy to get in and out. Because it's stock ride height, the misconception is that the Japanese roads are so smooth and it's so easy to drive a lowered car here. Most of the time, the highway is very, very smooth. But when you're in the city, you have to drive over full-on curbs to get into parking lots and to get up driveways. It's absolutely insane. And then forget about trying to drive anywhere at Ibisu, going to any of the courses. You have to go up really, really steep driveways and inclines. And if you have a lowered car, RIP your lip. That thing would just get destroyed right away. I did have a chance to drive it at Ibisu on Higashi, which was so much fun. I had a chance to do maybe about 10 laps or so. I didn't want to push it too much because, of course, we had to make it back from Fukushima area. So it was a pretty long road trip. So I just rang it out a couple times. It was just so much fun to go over that hill in third gear all the way up to red line, hitting VTEC, going into fourth. Man, was it just so much fun to hear that thing sing. One of the things that really surprised me was how good the brakes were despite having just regular street tires. So right now I'm running the Yokohama Advan Flevas, which are pretty good everyday street tires. I prefer running Neovas or AO52s on the street. Maybe AO52s are a little bit of an overkill, but at least I prefer running Neovas. In the rain, they have such good traction and they're really good tires for just everyday performance driving. The car came with the Flevas. I call them the Flava Flavs, and they worked great, but next time I come to Japan, I'm gonna try to get the wheels restored, and I'm gonna try to get some Neovas on here so I can have a little more traction, especially if I'm gonna take it to Fuji Speedway for a track day. I am not going to import this to the US, and the main reason why is pretty sad, but it's just because I do not want it to get stolen. When you drive these cars in the US, especially Southern California, it's a point A to point A car. You leave your house, and if you park it, it has to be line of sight, or you just leave your house, go for a drive, and then go home, because these cars are so easy to steal, as you guys probably know already. And this is such a desirable car. I just would have so much anxiety driving this around Los Angeles, not because of the potholes, not because of other drivers, just because I'm afraid of it getting stolen. And this is something that I care about so much and I love so much. At the Broad Arrow auctions, they sold a 1997 Acura Integra Type R with 6,200 miles for $151,000 US. While this does not have 6,200 miles, I still think this is in such incredible condition that I feel like I got such a good deal on this car, and I'm just so glad the previous owner took care of it for me to be able to enjoy in Japan, and honestly, probably for the rest of my life. Just got to the Roku parking area. So one of the things that I wanted to mention is the fact that I don't know if this is a Honda thing in general. Usually when I install a Type S dash cam, I just plug in some kind of splitter that goes into the cigarette lighter. And then I plug the Type S power supply into it. I usually string it along underneath the floor mat. I then tuck it behind the rubber trim and A-pillar. And then I also tuck it behind the headliner. There's something funky with this Honda though. First of all, this headliner material is not cloth. It's like this vinyl texture or rubber or something. Everything is so tight, all the rubber seals, the fit and finish of the A-pillar is crazy. You can't move it any bit whatsoever, otherwise you'll break it. So for basically 3,000 kilometers, we've had this wire hanging here. That's not to say that we can't take all of it off. I just don't have the right tools or anything. So maybe that's something that we'll have to do next time. We'll do a proper Type S dash cam install. Me being the ultimate car nerd, I kept coming across this one gotcha machine, and it definitely got me because it was dispensing a bunch of these Honda wheels. I really wanted the white wheel, but of course it gave me the chrome wheel first and also the black wheel from FKA. So in order for me to get the white Honda wheel, I had to go get those other ones. I also got like a soy sauce bottle or something. And then of course, because I actually drove this on Ibisu circuit at Higashi, I wanted to get a Ibisu keychain, and then Tyler was nice enough to buy me an Integra Type R keychain from Autobox. I am so excited because I haven't had a chance to talk to another Honda nerd. So we got Dustin and Masa. So good to see you guys.
What's up, man?
Well, I was actually thinking that it would be fun to go over the car with you.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that you're a Honda guy.
Dude, why an Integra? I did not see that coming.
Really?
Let's go look at it.
That's what makes it good, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That's what makes it special because, you know, truth be told, this was like the hot boy car.
Yeah.
This is the best one. This is the last
championship
send-off for the DC2.
Yeah.
So it's the Type RX.
Type RX.
Which was basically like the 2000 year model and then up. So 2000 and 2001.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay. Sick.
You want to take a look at it?
Please. It's so good. And OEM.
It's so clean.
Are you going to keep the steering wheel?
I think I might keep that wheel, but I think I have to get a new one because...
upholster or something?
Yeah, there's some rips. So I just hit 140. Look, I just hit 140,000 kilometers.
Nice.
On the way here to Daikoku.
So it's fresh.
Yeah.
Dude, Larry, this thing is so sick. No, I love this. This is so nice and so cool. I don't think you can appreciate it until you see it in person and how clean this car actually is.
I really want to take my time and try to restore it as much as I can. There's just certain little things that are broken, but that's okay. I mean, that's kind of the thing. It's 25 years old. What can you really expect from a 25-year-old car? Right?
But that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it fun. Doing all the little small stuff like that.
Yeah. So right now, your Evo's under the knife.
Yes, full engine build. Full tilt. Attack Evo going down.
Nice. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, the purpose is to race at the different attack events out here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be sick.
I love that we're all able to enjoy Japan different ways.
Because of these guys.
Yeah, I know. This guy. excited to see what you think about this.
I'm excited to share VTEC with you.
This really is the thing about Honda in this time period. This is the perfect case study for not needing the most power, or
but
it being
all the fun.
Yes, all the fun, all the revs, all the fun, all the sound.
Aside from Tim's CRX, I've never experienced a V18.
Okay.
So this is gonna be my first like true Honda here.
And this is good because this is like the purest form, stock airbox, stock everything.
Like it rolled off the factory.
Exactly. The first thing that I thought when I drove this was how loud a stock
how loud VTEC is?
Yeah, how crazy and loud it possibly could be from the factory.
Dude, it revs kind of quick.
Yeah. It's actually really, really hard to drive in traffic because of how light the flywheel is.
Larry.
It's nice, right?
Larry.
Route number 5 ramp, then merge onto K5.
Dude, that VTEC crossover is wild.
It's very distinct.
3 kilometers.
Crazy, right?
Dude, what is this red to 8,500?
86.
Holy
It's crazy because this is a stock vehicle.
They don't make them like this anymore, dude.
Isn't it crazy how loud and buzzy it is?
It is. Yeah, it's very buzzy, but I like it. Like, dude, she rips.
Yeah, she's incredible. All right, let's hear it. You got to drive it.
It is fantastic. I don't know what I expected out of it, but the VTEC crossover is everything that you could want it to be and more. The sound, the feeling, the vibration, mainly the vibration. That's what you're like, the rawness of this car is what completes it, I think.
The thing is, people don't realize you feel it in your ass.
You do, literally.
Like it is physically moving so much faster. Like, it's like, whatever, 197 horsepower, right?
Yeah.
It's like 150.
Yes.
Then when it hits VTEC,
there's the rest of it.
197.
Yeah,
you know?
it's sick, and it all happens at once. You feel the vibration of the steering wheel, your butt. It's so cool. It is so cool.
Dude,
And the fact that this is a stock car, suspension's stiff, steering's tight. I had to ask Larry if the car had power steering or not because it feels pretty heavy, you know? It's nice. Overall, Larry, I give you a big fat double thumbs up.
Shoot.
All
right, well, hopefully we can cruise next time we're in Japan together.
Next time Evo ITR things.
Let's do it. As always, ending my trip here at Top Rank Classic Specialties, the craziest JDM car dealership. Look at this. I love that I parked my Integra Type R among a sea of GTRs. So many GTRs. This is Bayside Blue Row. We got the classics here. Ken Mary, Hakoskas, 2 Hakoskas, and a gaggle of other GTRs. Appreciate you guys following along as always. See you guys in the next video.